Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Out here on the patio again. It's a beautiful day. Won't have too many more of those before winter sets in, so I just figured we'd come outside to take a look at some death plates that I got from JnVrockhounding. I'm going to get them cleaned up, and we'll take a look. I hope you enjoy. Not quite sure what this is, but I love the columns going up on these. So amazing. There, about 3 by 3. There's the bottom. And this opposite side. Now you can see the top of the column. And this next one looks like it's in a mudstone, but it's still quite hard. This is what I would call the back side. Some crinoids in there you can see. Chock full of stuff. It may even, well, I'd say I'd cut it, but then this is what's on top. So this is definitely a display piece. You know, it's got a crinoid disc next to it, but there's no rings in here to say, well, I guess there is if you look really, really carefully. So that's a piece of a crinoid stem. This next one has teeny tiny pieces of crinoid in it. Let's see if we can get that to focus well. That's my index fingernail. Very small ones, very delicate. And when you get around to the underside, they're even smaller. I gotta thank Jeff because he sent me a bunch of stuff that I'm going to be spending a lot of time this winter under the microscope with. So perfect timing for this. Won't be spending too many more days. Well, maybe, but it's early October now. Just a few more weeks and then we'll be shut up for the winter pretty much. Next we're going to take a look at several different Brachiopods I got. Or are we zoomed in here too much? A little bit. Let's back that off just a teeny bit. Focus. This one's on the matrix, which is very cool. This next one is another, has just the other half of the shell has worn off, and this is just the hardened in, what do you call it? It's a Steinkern, short answer. I suspect all of these pretty much are. Looks like there might be a little bit of the nacre left on there. In a couple of places.
Another. And they're so big. I'm expecting them to be like this big. Much bigger than that. The pattern in there. That's like only 7 times magnification. Awesome. And because I had multiples, I put one in some muriatic to see what would happen. And it took all the outside off, but look at the beautiful agate that was on the inside of that. It's iridescent. Very, very agatized. Not entirely sure what this next one is. Could be another brachiopod. It's a shell of some sort. But it's got a gorgeous druzy pocket in the inside. Look at that. Just full of it. I did take a minute and it's just some plain water and a little fingernail brush and cleaned these up. It wasn't a lot to clean out. Just wanted to make sure they were ready for their close-up, Mr. DeMille. Okay, this next one is pretty good sized. It'll be about 6 inches across and 4 or so inches tall. Look at it a little closer. Look at it a little closer. Brachiopods and bryozoas. Probably some clamshells too from the shape of them. The other side. This great little, tiny little brachiopods. And these ones I would call clamshells from the shape. Those very nice size shells. Let's just zoom in on this one a little bit more. That's so cute. This is another one, about 3 by 2 inches. We should zoom out a little bit to start. That'd be good. Another with a lot of bryozoas in it. So this is what, 1/2 inch thick plate? You wonder how many years it took to build up that much mud. The bottom is shells. Two totally different seafloor environments on this. This next one is very big. It's just a crinoid section and a crinoid section, and have some more crinoid sections. A little something here that's going to take some investigation. Not sure what this is. It's probably just a broken piece of shell. It's still pretty cool looking. And no, I'm not going to try to count all of those. Bit of one of the layers on that huge one fell off. This is the same outside part. This is what's quote unquote inside that other big rock. Definitely a microscope worthy rock. This next one, another, again, good sized piece. This is what I expected, the loose brachiopods. That's the size I would expect to see. They were much bigger. Crinoid stems. Shells. Brachiopods. other side. Pretty much more of the same. Not quite sure what this little bit there is. It's a shell of some sort. We'll have to see if we can clean around it and figure out what it is. Comes the next one. Again, a bunch of different kind of crinoids in here. I'm sure there's people that know the difference between one and another. Not this one. The end of this one is particularly interesting. It's got a little cave in it. Another very large plate. I know he picks up much bigger things than this in his videos, but for me, this is a very large plate. Big shell impression there. This nice one on the side. what I call the underside of this one. Hi, Buck. Not anything extremely obvious. This is a big, thick piece. Brachiopods there. Sides of shells. This feels hard enough, it might even be polishable. Zoom in a little bit. Oops, wrong way, sorry. Yes, Buck, I'll get up and let you in a second. Just a couple more. I think this is maybe the first one I had taken out of the box. You like the zooms. Another fairly thick plate. Another very thick one. Some beautiful brachiopods on top. Pieces of shell. Not much on the sides or the back. It's a very interesting rock. Very big, thick piece of probably limestone. And a fly to come and visit. Go along. And last two, we'll look at two more brachiopods. Zoom these ones in a bit. Isn't that the coolest pattern when they come together? Well, that fly just wants to be in this video so badly. The last one. Another one with a little, where you can see the inside with some druzy. Here we are, that's the whole big batch of them. The book I'm reading. I'll let these sit out here and get dry for a little bit before I put them in a container to go up to the microscope. Oh, Buck, are you tired of me looking at rocks again? You're just being such a good boy. Are you ready to go back inside?